Have you ever looked at your elderly parent or grandparent while they're smiling at a restaurant table and thought, what if this simple meal, this happy little outing, was hiding something dangerous? Something no one at the table can see, but it's there quietly working against their health? We don't think that way when we eat out. We think of the joy, the social connection, the relief of not having to cook. But for seniors, eating out can sometimes be far riskier than it appears. And not because of anything dramatic, but because of 5 subtle dangers that hide behind the menus, the portions, the presentation, and almost nobody talks about them. First, let's talk salt. It's everywhere in restaurant food, whether it's soups, sauces, marinades, or even that healthy grilled chicken. It's often packed with salt levels that can be 2 or 3 times what a senior's heart or kidneys can safely handle. And the scary part? It's invisible. It tastes normal. Seniors often can't feel their blood pressure rising, but hours later, they're dizzy, tired, or worse, and no one traces it back to that innocent lunch. Then there's the issue of food temperature and safety. You know that feeling when you pick up a fork and the food's just lukewarm? We might shrug it off, but for seniors, it's a real risk. Their immune systems are slower, their stomach acid levels lower. And that lukewarm chicken or slightly off salad bar could be carrying bacteria like listeria or salmonella that their body just can't fight off like it used to. What's a minor tummy ache for us could land them in the hospital. Then there's the size of the meals. Have you noticed how massive portions have become? For seniors, these oversized plates can overwhelm the body. Their metabolism isn't what it used to be, and their stomachs can't handle big meals anymore. But they were raised in a generation where you finish what's on your plate, and that guilt, it sticks. So they eat too much, and then they go home, feeling heavy, uncomfortable, sometimes even in pain. Over time, it leads to weight gain, blood sugar crashes, and less interest in food altogether. And speaking of sugar, this is danger number 4. Sugar hides in the sneakiest places, not just in desserts, but in dressings, sauces, even that so-called healthy fruit smoothie. For seniors dealing with diabetes or insulin resistance, that hidden sugar can cause sudden energy dips, confusion, or mood changes that get misread as aging or even early dementia. It's not. It's their body reacting to a sugar spike they didn't see coming. And finally, there's something almost no one talks about, the emotional stress of ordering. Sounds small, right? But for a senior dealing with memory changes, slow processing or anxiety, reading a 5-page menu in a noisy restaurant with a waiter standing there waiting for a decision can be overwhelming. They panic, they forget. They just pick anything to avoid embarrassment. And often it's the wrong thing. Too salty, too greasy, too sweet, or full of ingredients they shouldn't have. But they won't say anything because they're proud. They don't want to be a burden. So they eat it, suffer quietly later, and the family never connects the dots. You see, none of these dangers scream at us. They don't show up with flashing signs. They hide in plain sight, on the plate, in the menu, in the moment. And unless we're looking for them, we miss them. But what if we didn't? What if we started asking for no added salt, choosing restaurants with simple, clean menus, skipping buffets, encouraging leftovers, and slowing down the ordering process so our elders feel supported instead of rushed? Imagine how much healthier and more enjoyable eating out could be for them. Because the truth is, it's not about avoiding restaurants. It's about making sure eating out is still joyful, still safe, still theirs. Our seniors have earned the right to enjoy a night out without risking their health in the process. So next time you sit across from your mum, your dad, or your sweet grandmother at a cozy booth, don't just see the menu, see the moment. Ask yourself quietly, is this meal really safe for them? Is it nourishing their body? Or just feeding a tradition that no longer serves them? Because when we start seeing through their eyes, with their needs in mind, we begin protecting something bigger than just health. We protect their independence, their dignity, and the simple joy of sharing a meal without fear.